Hey, do you know what you're eating?
It's just a snack.
Do you know how much you're supposed to be eating? Do you know what's in it?
No. I guess I could look at the box.
Being aware of what we eat and using portion control can be easy if we follow a few easy steps. Read, think, then eat. Portion control in everyday life.
Hey, Joanna, how's it going?
Hi, Johnny.
Hey, thanks for meeting me up here again.
Yeah, no problem. So, what is this project that you're working on that you need my help with?
Well, it's a nutrition project. It's about portion control. It's called Stop, Think, and Then You Eat.
It's kind of neat. What does that involve? What is that all about?
Well, it's basically about mindful eating. You want to just be aware of what you're eating, to eat slowly, recognize how frequently you eat, how much you eat, and well, we can use what you're eating right now as an example. Instead of, say, eating that.
Okay. This is really good, though.
Yeah, I know. You'd want to eat something like that.
No, that doesn't look so good.
Or that.
Baseball gun.
Yeah. And let's see, cream cheese. That.
Very good.
And so not necessarily eating these things, but
Well, that's good.
this cassette tape would be a representation of the bread. Serving of bread, for instance. And it looks like you have a couple of servings there. And that's a latte, I guess.
It is? It's a minty
So,
latte?
about 2 or 3 servings of milk, which would be about a cup or a baseball. And the cream cheese, 1, 2, 3.
I like cream cheese.
I know. It's okay. It looks like you have a couple of servings, which would be these Dominoes.
Okay. Alright.
And so you just want to make sure that you know how much you're eating.
Well, this is what I normally have for breakfast. So how would I know how much to eat? What to eat?
Well, that's a good question. A lot of the places that we go to have this information on paper. I grabbed some nutrition information because I was wondering about that, and you can see there how much, each thing is going to cost as far as calories, fat, protein, even serving size. And if you want to find out how much you're supposed to eat personally, you can go on to the mypyramid.gov website. It's actually something that we use as a resource.
Okay.
And I have my laptop here. And you enter in your personal information like your height, your weight, age, and activity level, and you can find out just how much you eat. Let's take a look at that.
Okay.
Here at the mypyramid.gov website, there's a multitude of information that we can use to improve our eating and food choices that include looking up a food, getting a personalized plan, learn healthy eating tips, learn about weight loss, and a tool to analyze your current diet. In order to find out what we as individuals are supposed to be eating, we're going to look at the My Pyramid Plan tool on the left-hand side of the page. Here, you enter your individual statistics in order to personally tailor your eating plan. While these food plans are designed for the general public, they are not therapeutic diets. But for our purposes in finding a general guideline for eating, this will work just fine. And there we have it. A list of the recommended amounts of grains, vegetables, fruits, milk and dairy, and meat and beans is outlined for us with the serving sizes and daily amounts. This will help us in generally determining just how much in a day we are supposed to eat to maintain a healthy weight. So then, let's review. Read, think, then eat. Read. When you get hungry, don't just eat the first thing you come across. Read the nutrition labels. Think. Think about what you are about to eat. Portion distortion is widespread, and many times we eat several servings of a food without realizing it. Be aware of what and how much you are eating. Then eat. Once you have considered these factors and have made the appropriate choice, eat. So, what can help us to know how much we personally should consume? As we saw earlier, we can look up what we should ideally be consuming in a day from www.mypyramid.gov. Almost every place we eat at has a nutrition facts page or pamphlet that we can look at to determine just what we would be eating if we would order that item from the menu. This will help us to make good decisions even at fast food restaurants. We even had normal, everyday items that we can look at in case we can't remember amounts or servings. Getting used to thinking in this way will help us to control our portions and gear us toward healthier eating.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Pretty good, Johnny. What'd you get for lunch?
I got a turkey wrap. What'd you get?
Very good. I got the salad bar.
Nice.
You're not still doing that project, are you?
Oh, she told you, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I am actually still doing the project.
Well, you'll be happy to know, because I knew I was going to meet you for lunch. I made some notes on my salad bar. I made some good choices. My salad, first of all, has roughage.
Okay.
And then it's got natural enzymes in the raw food. And then the dark leafy vegetables have vitamins C, E, B6, folic acid, and beta-carotene.
Nice.
And my salad's very important because it helps for a healthy immune system and it fights against cancer.
Okay,
so
you wrote
I made some really good choices.
You wrote all that down, huh?
I did. I wrote it all down because I wanted to be on top of it.
Very nice. Yeah, that looks really good. You got a few eggs on there.
Yep.
What is that on top? Is that?
I got some bacon bits and some cheese and nuts and
yeah, and you got
pretty good
some
healthy
hummus
stuff.
and pudding,
Pudding,
some crackers, and
some ranch.
Yeah.
I like my ranch.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that looks really good. You know, something that I learned in my class is that a lot of times on a salad bar we find a lot of good stuff, but there's a lot of stuff that, because it's on a salad bar, we think it's healthy too, but it's loaded with calories, fat, sugar.
Yeah.
Again, I picked up the nutrition information for here. Do you want to, I mean, just for instance, sorry if this bugs you, see how many calories are on this salad?
I would love to do that.
Including all the extras?
Yeah, I would love to do that.
Okay,
Yes.
let's do that. Okay, so that is a basic draw up of what you ate.
Oh wow, that's a lot of calories.
Yeah, it's about 1,300 calories for everything considered. So how much in a day, as far as calories, do you eat usually?
I looked up the thing on the
mypyramid.gov.
Yeah, that you told me to look up, and it was 1,500 calories a day. So I'm trying to stick around that.
Wow. Okay, so this is
All my calories for the day. Yeah.
almost every
I can't eat
single
anything else.
piece. So remember what we did earlier with the cassette tape and the dominoes
Right.
for the cheese?
Baseball.
We can do that for something like this too. For stuff like the hummus, something that's really high calorie like that or peanut butter, we eat like 2 tablespoons as a serving, which is about a golf ball.
Okay.
Or the fat and the ranch, which is ridiculously high, about 450 calories if you get something like olive oil also per serving, and that's about a poker chip.
Oh wow. That's
So
not very much at all.
no,
I
it's
got
not.
way too much.
And you're probably gonna get some ice cream too, right?
I
You have to
am.
get some ice cream. The serving for that or
Why,
frozen
do you just
yogurt.
carry all this stuff around all the time?
Yeah, you'd be surprised. About a light bulb is about a half a cup.
Okay. Well, that's a good
So
way to
that's
remember. I
something
can
to
do
keep
that.
in mind. And if we do that, you know, we'll keep in mind just how much we're supposed to eat and not have to worry about the calories so much.
Yeah, that's good. What? It's yogurt.
So, how can read, think, then eat help us in instances such as this? Portion control and portion distortion can be very hard to deal with in places like all-you-can-eat buffets and salad bars, where the portion sizes are not labeled plainly or obviously. So then, read helps us to keep in mind that nutrition information is just a request or a mouse click away. By reading and being mindful of this information, we can then see how many calories, grams of fat, sugar, and so on that our food choices contain. This way, we don't have to worry about making the wrong choice. Think helps us to remember portion sizes Nobody wants to carry around graduated cylinders, measuring cups, or spoons to every single place they go to eat. For that reason, we use those everyday items to help us keep in mind common portion amounts. We remember from before the cassette tape, the dominoes, and the baseball. Here, we saw other examples which are excellent to keep in mind for food items that are higher in fat and sugar. For foods where more than half the calories come from fat, like peanut butter or hummus, we use a golf ball for a 2 tablespoon serving. Oils and dressings compare to a poker chip, or a 1 tablespoon serving, and a light bulb for ice cream and frozen yogurt, or a half cup serving. Read, think, then eat can also help us to make good portion control decisions even when snacking. Research shows that people unintentionally consume more calories when faced with larger portions. Plus, it's surprisingly easy to overeat when your attention is focused on something else, like watching the television, especially when watching programs about food, like cooking shows. By reading the nutrition information, we find out how much a serving is. Divide up the contents of one large package into several smaller containers or bags to help avoid overeating. We are more likely to think clearly when servings are divided up in this way, and are much less likely to eat multiple servings. When the time comes to grab our plates for dinner, how can we easily know just how much of each food we should take? A plate like this may look great and have a common portion distribution for many people, but its portions are in the wrong places. But wait, before you eat that, let's redo the portion amounts. This plate is more like it. The portions are controlled properly. A 3-ounce serving of protein, half cup cooked grains, and a 1 cup serving of vegetables make up this ideal meal. We can easily imitate this example by portioning out our plate using our fork and knife like this. Then we can add all the components of our meal in the proper amounts. Keeping in mind read, think, then eat will help us to be more mindful about eating, and will help us establish a routine of adjusting to grabbing proper portions. By eliminating the unknown and educating ourselves, we can live happier, healthier lives through eating.